There it goes. There we go. I'm really learning how to four-wheel drive these last few days.
What's up, guys? Welcome back. We've got another day in this beautiful journey of life. I figured it would be good to update you guys on the last week and just surviving the storms we've been faced with. Last week we had the historic winter storm Fern. We're here in west central Pennsylvania, and I think we ended up with a total of about 12 to 14 inches, give or take. They say our county held the record for the total of 24 inches somewhere around here. I don't know if I believe that or not. I think they were counting the drifts, but it's what they say. But I did want to update you and just let you know how the week's been, because I know with the storm I was really concerned with the temperatures we were having in the coming week, which was this past week. The day we got all that snow was the warmest day we had that week, which I believe was about 20 degrees. We are now, today, I got up, I think it was about 12 degrees earlier this morning, and then the high for the day I think was 19. So temperatures they're coming back up. Still cold, but warmer than we've had all week. And the sun's out, which, I mean, makes it a very good day anytime the sun comes out. That's another first for the week. First time we're seeing the sun. But if you saw last week's video, we were also, the same day we had that storm, I got an unexpected call, and that was a call from my gram just letting me know that my uncle had passed, and it was my dad's only brother. And it's been a really hard week for the family, more so for my grandma. So if you pray, I'd really appreciate specifically prayers for her. Just pour strength and comfort and peace and love into her, because the last 5 years or so, my family's just been put through the ringer on all sides. But I can say, though, I used to think my grandma was so fragile, and not to tell grandma the bad news, because she'll worry herself sick, and she does. She just couldn't handle it. But the strength I've witnessed in that woman the last 5 years, and I know that she would credit it a lot to me and Jason and to my brother and his wife and his family. But I know it's hard to talk about. I know that's a strength that only comes from faith, and I've seen her faith growing up, but I've really seen it the last 5 years, and just how strong she is. And we're gonna get through it. We're gonna lean on each other as a family. We're gonna stay focused on our faith and just trusting God's plan. It just shows how resilient she is through the years. And it's not, you don't get strong and you don't grow through easy times. It's only through those hardships and those challenges where you find how resilient you are, and that grows strength and that grows faith. And it doesn't happen quickly. It happens through the hard times and just by taking it one day at a time. So that's what we're gonna do. Just wanted to update you guys on that. And then here from that storm, we have basically been frozen in time from this winter storm. Like I said, we got about 12 to 14 inches, and since then the temperatures, I think the high we've had all this past week, the high was like 12, and the lows have been down below 0. With the wind chill, it's like negative 15, maybe colder. So we've just kind of been stuck in the freezing cold. The snow hasn't really gone anywhere because the sun hasn't been out, and it's been so cold that, you know, it's not gonna melt. Today's the first day the sun's out and things are starting to melt. But like I said, we're on the up and up. We did fare pretty well for living in a camper through that freezing cold weather. I will say we're pushing our limits with those temperatures. Honestly, I can't believe how well we've made it, but that just goes to show when we spent all that time insulating the camper and making sure we were good through winter, like, we must have done a pretty good job, because honestly, we didn't expect to continue having water and for our water not to freeze during temperatures that cold. When temperatures get that cold, I don't care if you're living in a house, like, things are gonna happen. So water's gonna freeze, you know, heaters and stuff have a hard time keeping up, but we did really well. We stayed warm. We've got the propane heater in the camper. We've also have a couple electric heaters, and we did good. We had water all week. The first time we were without water was not last night, but the night before, because one of our heat tapes failed. Oh, that could have been really bad, but thank God, truly. It could have been so much worse, but that was the only time our water froze. It was good to go by morning, and we're good. I keep telling Jason I want to get one of the kayaks out and try to take it down one of these hills. We were going to do that today, but we had to run in town for a few things, and we stopped by Grandma's and visited with her most of the morning and early afternoon. So we're getting back now, and it's probably about 3 o'clock. He's getting a fire going now. As I told you guys that we had finally moved upstairs to finish out the master bedroom. That was the last room that we need to get framed and insulated. We had one bedroom upstairs that had been framed, and it's got electricity, and that's the only room upstairs. So the master, the bathroom, and the closet, well, the closet and the bathroom have been framed. The master was the one that needed framed yet, but we need electric throughout the master, the bathroom, and the closet yet. So we did get moved upstairs, and I think I said last week I was going to be sharing that this week. However, unexpected life happens, as it does. You know? So hopefully next week. Again, we didn't make really any progress. A little bit, Jason did. So I'll fill you in on what we did there. However, this week has just been surviving the storms of life lately. You know, just trying to get through the freezing cold weather, and just a lot of time spent looking after family and all the things that go along with that. And now the aftermath of it all and the responsibilities that come with all that. Let's check on the chickens. Hopefully Jason could get the fire stable quick, and we can pull out a kayak and see if we can have some old-fashioned fun. This sounds like something we used to do 20 years ago, before we'd go snowboarding or runner sledding. Who's gone runner sledding? We used to go up down all the non-maintenance roads along the river, and we would carry buckets of water and ice those river hills. We'd build a fire at the top, a fire at the bottom. We had somebody running a truck to run us up and down the hill. Man, those were good times. I know somebody has a CD compiled of runner sledding. Those were good times. Not as young as we used to be, though. Not as wild and crazy either. Let's check on the chickens. Maybe we can get a kayak out. How you guys doing? Huh? We got them all cleaned out yesterday. Might have been the day before. Got some new pine shavings in the coop, all cleaned out, some in the run. We also got them a new feeder. Over the years, we've been having issues with feeders. They just pull the feed out because they're so picky. And then it's all over the ground. I love this feeder so far, though. We've had it for a few weeks now, and it works out really well for all the sizes, and they're not able to pull as much out as they were before. I was wondering if you guys were going to come out today. It's a little warmer. Say hello. Say hello. You doing okay in here? Yes. Where's Phoenix? There he is. That pretty boy. Oh, my girls. These guys are doing really well, though. Still getting eggs, averaging 4 or 5 a day, even through the freezing cold winter. You want to come out? You can come out. The sun's out. You got a couple hours before the sun goes down. So, just wanted to give you guys a little update because I know we didn't really get into a whole lot this past week. As I said, just surviving the storms, the unexpected storms of life. We have gone through so much wood this past week. And even at that, it's been hard to regulate and stabilize the fire, the wood furnace, because it's been so cold. Yesterday, our nephew come down. He was home for the weekend from college, and we just spent the day hanging out. We spent basically the entire day in the basement just watching the fire because we couldn't get it regulated. When it's that cold and windy, it's just all over the place. We've gone through so much wood, though, this week. We've probably gone through at least half a cord, but we're debating on if we should buy another truckload or not. Oh, another thing. Tonight is that I was looking at the moon last night, and I was like, wow, it's a bright moon. It looks full. But tonight there is something that's called a snow moon, I think. Is that what it's called? Apparently it's supposed to bring clarity and transformation. Let me know if you saw the moon. I'm always looking at the moon and the stars in the sky. What else? Oh, tomorrow is also Groundhog's Day, and that's a big thing here. So, who thinks, will Punxsutawney Phil see his shadow or not? Will there be 6 more weeks of winter? Or will it just be 6 more weeks until spring? Let's go check in with Jason and see if we can't get a kayak down a hill. Hello. Say hello. Baby. Oh, I almost forgot. We're also going to be rescuing another dog. Can you believe it? Naya was a rescue, BB was a rescue. I thought BB was gonna be foster, but I think we adopted her. I love her so much, I don't know if I could give her back now, at this point anyway. But there will be another dog in our future. Take your guesses at what breed you think it's gonna be. We love to rescue all the dogs. How's the fire? How did she beat me down here?
She always comes down to see me.
You need to get a kayak out as soon as you get that fire stable. He's gonna work on getting the fire stable. I'm gonna go see if I can find a kayak. I think it's up here in the spring house. Up here. It's so pretty though. Definitely a winter wonderland. I love watching the smoke come out of that chimney. All right. I can't set you guys down because you'll get buried in the snow. Let's see if we can get this door. Oh, that was easy. I guess it is just powdered snow. I thought it would be a lot harder. I guess not though. Let's look at this. Storage shed. Got all kinds of flooring in here. This is what happens when you're married to a flooring guy. You just hoard all the flooring throughout the years, maxing out overtime. Every time Jason would get paid, he'd go out and buy another tool, another power tool. I asked him the one day, I was like, what are you planning on doing with all these tools? And at that time we were remodeling the house in town we lived in, just slowly. And he goes, you never know, I might have to build us a house one day. And I was just like, touche. Won't argue with that. And here we are. Oh shoot. Should I test it on this hill first? I don't think we're going to be able to get it to go. I think it's too heavy. It's definitely too heavy. That may not have been the best idea. It sounded fun, but the snow might be too deep and soft, and the kayak might be too heavy. So I'll wait for Jason. Come here, baby. The snow is soft and deep, and the kayak is very heavy. So we're gonna have to make a path a few times, get a path going. That's the game plan, and I think we're gonna go right behind the house here. Back here. Need to get the kayak and start wearing in a path. I hope this works. I got my gloves. My toes are cold already. Most people have like heated jackets. I need some heated boots.
No, it's too deep for even the buggy.
Look how pretty that is though. Look at all that snow on that roof.
I can tell you now, I ain't dragging this up that hill many times.
Yeah, that's true.
You'll be lucky if I do it one more time. I'll take care of you.
Woo! Oh, hope it don't steer. Oh, okay. Woo! Howdy.
Go down and deal with the fire.
It is deep. Holy moly. the joys of having a wood stove or checking on it all the time. Day in the life. Yep, it's hot. That's where you don't want it. I need to take a little bit of air. The issue is like, you don't want it too hot, you don't want it too cold, falling on its face. So when you try to get it going, it takes at least an hour to get it stapled out, and then depending on the temperatures and whether or not it's windy, just depends on how stable it stays. But I'd rather have it a little lower and then come back and deal with it, and have it too hot, it's falling again. It really takes a while.
She's so funny.
We got our paws crossed.
Here.
Let's try again. You wanna come with me, BB? You stay right there. Ready? Good girl.
That was pretty good. Was that fun? That was so fun.
Yeah, that went pretty good this time.
Yeah. Go.
What happened, dweebs?
Oh, she just gonna drown in the snow.
What happened, dweeby?
Save me.
It's fun, but walking in that snow is a workout on its own.
On top of a 50-pound canoe.
Yeah, this thing's heavy. All right.
You should go pretty good this time.
It went pretty good last time. Ready?
Yeah.
That went pretty good.
Yeah.
It's quiet though, isn't it?
Yes.
No bugs, no birds.
Yeah. It's hard to get that path worn in though. You just sink in this, it's so soft.
Yeah, once you get plowed through it though.
Here we go again.
Oh, woo! Come on!
You ready?
Ready, go. Go, 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 go. Come on, get it going. Woo! Yeah, buddy. We made it to the field. That's pretty good.
That was a good one. Nope. Woohoo! Woohoo! Sun's going down. I think we're done carrying that thing up the hill, huh, babe?
Thank God.
We need tubes. Something lighter.
There's too much.
Yeah.
And it's too cold. To go sled riding, you gotta get it packed in.
Yeah. This thing definitely has water stuck in the...
I don't see how. We
Yeah,
always
okay.
drain them. Like,
Yeah, I don't know. That's what it feels like, though.
It
feels
does.
like a block of ice. It can be done. I just wanted to see if it worked. That was fun. I've been thinking about that all week. I had to try it. I had to end the week on a fun note. I wish I knew where our those inner tubes were at. Closing time. Everybody in?
ducky.
got a spot.
Just getting the chickens closed up for the night. Got their door timer changed to close half an hour later since the sun's staying out a little longer. That is so exciting. Really love this new feeder we got. Works very well. Holds a whole bag of feed plus some. They still make a mess, but it's not as bad, and I love it. It works so much better than everything we've used before. I'm gonna top their water off for the night, and then that'll be it for this one. So just want to say thank you so much for being here. Hope you enjoyed the video, and make sure you're subscribed to follow along and join our journey. We're just sharing as we restore what was an abandoned farmhouse property, taking our time, step by step, one day at a time. And that'll be it. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.
I know. I will bring you treats first thing tomorrow, girls.
That's what they thought. They saw you coming, they all come back out. Look, even Clyde's coming. He's like, where's the treats? Oh, they're all coming. See what you started?
You're all right, girls. Come on, kitty. Come on, kitty. I can't get it still enough for it to clear out.